Assalamualaikum and very good morning to Miss Zuraini, and today we will to present to you on the Hirac analysis. Together with me, Encik FADHILAH and Wan KHAIRUDDIN. So the first thing first, on the identification of issue, we choose company from Petronas Shagali and the location terminal. And the work activity for the first one, the work activity is the body harness and lanyard. So what is the hazard identification? So first thing first, the hazard is the body harness must comply with approved standard. So for example, the approved standard provided by the DOSH, which can cause the effect if not comply with approved standard. The risk analysis, citing risk control, if any, yes. Likely 1 and severity 4 and the risk is 12. Recommended, so this the recommended countermeasure to follow the approved standard. For the number 2, have users of safety harness attended the training on safe use of safety? What can cause the effect if the user not attend the training? Setting risk control, yes. Likely 1, severity 4, and risk 12. What is the recommended control? All users must attend training before use the harness. Number 3 is the lanyard secure to a suitable anchor point. What can cause the effect if the lanyard secure not position of anchor point? Assessing risk control, no. Likely 1, the severity is 4, and the risk is 12. The recommended control is lanyard must secure to a suitable anchor point. Number 4 is the lifeline lanyard protect from abrasive or cutting edge. What can cause the effect if the lifeline lanyard not protected from abrasive or cutting the edge? Existing risk control? No. Likely 1, severity 4, and the risk is 12. Recommended control is all lifeline lanyard must protected from abrasive or cutting the edge. Last but not least are the sorry. Yes. Last but not least, the line. The hazard is a line lanyard in a good condition, which can cause the effect is if lifeline or lanyard is not in a good position. Existing risk control, no. Likely 1, severity 4, and the risk is 12. Recommended is all lifeline lanyard must be in a good condition. For the activity number 2, I will pass to my partner, which is Encik Fadilah will explain to you on the ladder and the walking on rope.
Okay, thank you to my friend Mr. FATEH, and for the information for Miss Zurani. The second word is activity is the ladder. The hazard of the ladder is the ladder rested on level and stable ground, which can cause effect. Ladder are not rested on level and not stable ground. Existing risk control, yes. Like likelihood 1, severity is 3, and risk 12. Recommended for control for measure, ladder must rest in the level and stable ground. And the second, the hazard. Does the worker practice 3-point contact while descending the ladder? The which can cause effect. If the worker not practice 3-point contact while descending the ladder, existing risk is control is no, and the likelihood 1, severity 12, and the risk 12. All workers must practice for the recommended control. All workers must practice 3-point contact while descending the ladder. And the third is hazard. Is the ladder free from signs of corrosion, cracks, and defects, uh, which can cause effect? If the ladder not free from sign of corrosion, cracks, and defect, existing risk control, no. Likelihood 1, severity 2, and risk 12. The recommended control measure, the ladder must free from signs of corrosion, cracks, and defects. And the last, the four is the hazard is the locking mechanism for interlocking extension ladder in working condition to prevent movement of the section while in use, which can cause effect if the locking mechanism for interlocking extension ladder not in working condition to prevent movement of the section while in use. Existing risk control? No. And likelihood 1. Severity 2. And the risk 12. Recommended control measure. Locking mechanism for interlocking extension ladder in working condition to prevent movement of the section while in use. And for the third work activity is working on roof. The hazard is scaffold used for all roof access and egress used for of ladder is, which can cause effect is if the scaffold used for all roof access and egress not use of ladder. Existing risk control, if any, no. Likelihood 1, the severity is 2, the risk 12. And the recommended countermeasure, scaffold must use it for all roof access and egress. And the second, the hazard is 100% tie of practice and lifeline provide, and which can cause effect if not 100% tie of practice and lifeline provide. The existing risk control is no. The likelihood is 1, severity 2, and the risk is 12. And the recommended control is a must 100% tie of practice and lifeline provide. Okay, that's all. Thank you.
And for the last work activity, we'll present to Encik Khairuddin. Back to you, Encik Khairuddin. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Fateh. Work activity will over or near water or mud or slush. So the hazard, do personnel wear life jacket, which can cause effect if the personnel not wear life jacket while working. Existing risk, no. Likelihood 1, severity 2, risk 12. Recommended control measures, all personnel must wear life jacket. Hazard, rescue plan and equipment such as safety line, ladder, lifebuoy available, which can cause effect if there is no rescue plan and equipment not available. Existing risk control, no. Likelihood 1, severity 2, risk 12. Risk control must have rescue plan and equipment available. Hazard is rescue boat provided when working over water, which can cause effect is if there is no rescue boat provided while working over water. Existing risk control, no. Likelihood 1, severity 2, risk 12. Risk control, recommended control measures, rescue boat must be provided while working over water. Work activity, rope access or abseiling. Hazard is the team leader certified to IRATA International Rope Access Training Association Level 3 Technician or equivalent, which can cause effect if the team leader not certified to IRATA or Level 3 Technician or equivalent. Existing risk control, now likelihood 1, severity 2, risk 12. Recommended control measure of personnel must be certified to IRATA or at Level 3 Technician or equivalent. Hazard are the workers certified to IRATA Level 1 or equivalent, which can cause effect if the workers not certified to IRATA Level 1 or equivalent. Existing risk control, no. Likelihood 1, severity 2, risk 12. Risk control, the workers not certified to IRATA at least level 1 or equivalent. Hazard is rescue plan available for the rope access activity, which can cause effect if there is no rescue plan available for the rope access activity. existing risk control now, like limit 1, severity 2, risk 12. Recommended control measures must have the rescue plan and available for the rope access activity. So my conclusion, lifeline, lanyard, and ladder must be in good condition, free from sign of corrosion, cracks, and defect. Lanyard must be secure to a suitable anchorage point and secure from abrasive and or cutting edges. Outsender must be certified to IRATA or at level 3 technician or equivalent. So that's all. Thank you so much. Assalamualaikum.